extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Very short kick.
Now a hit and a loose football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things you hear all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando, and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
Garoppolo now, first down throw.
He'll find his deep for Ayuk.
And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
2nd and 6.
Let's go, D. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Right there.
They'll run a draw now with Akers.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On 1st down, Stafford here. And
past the 35. He'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So we have reached halftime with it. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Being chased out left. And Garoppolo wisely, given his injury history, sliding to the ground there after picking up the first down. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
They'll run on first down. It's Mitchell. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Jordan Fuller there to take him down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mitchell. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. There's Garoppolo to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score, at least where it is.
Let's get that swagger, y'all. Let's get that swagger.
Cam Akers, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And that's a 2nd touchdown run of this game, and this one, add a high degree of difficulty to it as well. I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go. But how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch.
Yeah, he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
That's true. You've said that before. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Very short kick taken right at the now a hit and a loose football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. There's a nice move. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, 25 yards. And the Rams are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. With that run, going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far. That's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. It's a run with Akers. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. For the fourth quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Gay now set to kick it off. And a short kick taking it about. Now a hit and a loose football. And now the Rams have got it going away. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Ben Skowronek, 26 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Well, that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You know, you force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. Finding some room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's a throw out line complete to his running back right side. Not much there, only a yard. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 148 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A little juke. Oh, and now some space to operate. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. That's going to set him back 5 yards. They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. Well, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Well, San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. A'Shawn Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. So the LA Rams Eagles with a victory here.
And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.